What is up, Hardcore Nation? It's Hardcore Christopher here, and welcome back to my zombie girlfriend. Now, yesterday we completed the first section of the story after the prologue. As you can tell right there, it says to be continued, which I wish this game would really save the settings, but it does not. She's my vampire. May have to try that. To be continued. Okay. Continue on, my jolly good friend. So, when we left, Jane had brains on the mind. My ninja girlfriend. Life will never be the same after 3 cute ninja girls get you swept up into a feud between clans. Don't really care. Throughout my young life, I've never come face to face with death. Well, how old are you? I've brushed against him, nearly running into him on 1 or 2 occasions. But it was something I'd never expecting to encounter. Wait, hold on, back up. But it was something I'd never expecting to encounter face to face. Okay, that makes more sense. At least not for a good long while. And even on the odd occasions when I treat those thoughts and ask myself, how do I die? I never expected this. You mean to tell me you never expected your dead girlfriend, who you raised from the dead with a ritual, would suddenly want to eat your brains? She's a zombie, for crying out loud. She's not even human. She's not the Jane you knew 10 years ago. Never accepted it to be the love of my life who kills me. She leans down, her hot breath blasting into my nostrils. Mucus drips from her face and onto mine, her teeth trying to rip away at my skin. I push hard, desperately, trying to hold her away from me. Jane, please. It's me, Chris, your friend, remember? She hesitates for a second, only to dive forward again, her teeth ghosting my neck. Rah! Rah! Ah! Get off me! I don't understand. Why is this happening? Did I do something wrong during the ritual? Dude! This entire thing is messed up! You go to a graveyard. You set up candles. You say a whole bunch of words that don't mean anything. Just to get the love of your life back. Was it worth it now? The answer's no! She's trying to kill us! She's trying to kill you! I think to the ancient book, I'd read it so many times, it's basically printed onto my memory now. I scan the pages in my mind, searching for details or warning signs that I'd missed. Rah! My thoughts scatter, and I once again return to the horrific scene before me. About to get eaten by the girl I care so much about. Jane, no! The strength falls away from my arms, and they crash against the floor. With no defenses left, I'm completely exposed. Jane licks her lips greedily, bending down to finish me off. And then... crash! Enough! Huh? The first thing I notice is my door fallen from its hinges, resting in two separate pieces. Oh, and resting in two separate pieces. The second is the blur that crosses the room and pounces on Jane. The pair of them roll across the floor, slamming into tables and bookcases until the stranger manages to get behind Jane. She puts her arms around Jane's neck, squeezing hard. Rah! Jane coughs and splutters, clawing at the arms, choking her out. But eventually she stops struggling and falls against the stranger who rests her against the floor. Right. That's her taken care of. Taken care of? I pull myself to my feet, my back aching. Hey, that's still my friend you're talking about. Don't hurt her. The stranger gives me an odd look. Didn't she try to kill you? I shake my head. I mean, maybe. But she's still my friend. She's not your friend! She may be beautiful. She may be the hottest zombie out there, but she's still just a zombie. All she cares about is one thing, and that's sucking the brain right from your head. But she's still my friend. So don't hurt her any more than you need to. The stranger looks down at Jane, a funny look in her eye. Is she going to listen to me? Or is she going to make sure Jane won't wake up again? What do I do? Oh. Let things play out. I'm not giving this game any money. No, I need to be cool right now. Trust she did just break down my door and subdue Jane. But she doesn't seem to mean any harm. After all, she did just save my life. She kneels and rolls Jane into the recovery position, making sure she can breathe. After that, the stranger leans against the wall and crosses her arms, saying nothing more. Then Jane begins to stir. She coughs and moans gently, rubbing her head. For a second, I worry she's going to try eating us again. But as she sits up, her beautiful eyes open, and I can see they are full of tears. Hey. I run over, gently stroking her face as she begins to cry. Are you okay? Chris, I'm so sorry. I don't know what came over me there. I wasn't in control. Comfort Jane. I said comfort Jane. I wrap Jane in a tight, comforting hug. Hey, don't worry about it. I run my hand up and down her back. It wasn't your fault, okay? Actually, it was. No, actually, it was your fault. It's your fault for doing all of this. But I could have hurt you. I could even have killed you. That's enough. It's okay. Nothing happened. We're all okay. Besides, I had help. The stranger gives a little wave. Jane wipes the tears from her eyes and stands up. I still don't know what came over me. I started feeling kinda weird. Like I was sick or something. But then something overwhelmed my senses and started whispering things in my ear. And it was like I was falling asleep slowly, but surely slipping away until you lost control. Yeah. That's freaky. You know it. The question is, what caused it? Ideas are floating around in my head, but I dare not voice them. That would mean talking about the ritual in front of this stranger. And whilst I feel like I can trust her, I can't talk about the resurrection ritual in front of her. Who knows how she'd react to such information. I'd need to talk about it with Jane later. For now, I had another question on my mind. So, stranger, what's your name? Alex. Alex, cool. Nice to meet you. I'm Jane. Wait. I'm Chris. And this is Jane. Oh, I know that already. You do? Yeah. I was at the graveyard. Oh, crap. I look over to Jane, concern evident in her face. Just what had Alex seen at the graveyard? Uh-huh. If you're worried about what you can and can't talk about, don't. I saw the whole thing, the resurrection and everything. Well, saw as the wrong term to describe it. I sensed what was going on, and I followed it. Followed it? She nods. Mm-hmm. That ritual of yours didn't just bring Jane back. Wait. What? Jane catches on quicker than I do. So what you're saying is you were dead too? Sure was. But the ritual brought back me. But the ritual brought me back. That's not possible, though. The ritual only works if you have a strong connection to the person you're trying to revive. Like with Jane, she was my childhood friend, someone I knew really well. Bringing her back was no problem. You, on the other hand, I've never even seen you before today. Alex crosses her arms, glaring at me. Yeah, well, this is why you don't leave doors to the underworld open for longer than you should. That's not fair! I got knocked out for a bit. Then you should have maybe toughened up before bringing people back to life. At any rate, when I woke up, my memory was a total blur. I saw you guys leave the graveyard. I followed for a little bit, listening to your conversations. Based on what you said, I managed to piece things together that I died, but you brought me back somehow. Then I started remembering bits and pieces of my time there. She looks away. Her reaction reminds me of Jane's when we talked about what she remembered. Only bad memories, clearly. What should I say to her? You got a family? How did you die in the first place? So, I'm curious. How do you die? Oh, that. She looks down at the floor, nervous. I got sick. Really sick. She looks away, and I realize I'm not going to get anything else out of her. At least not right now. I'll try talking to her later. Alex is one of the quieter types. If she doesn't want to share things with us, then I'm not going to force her. Well, I guess I don't have to keep anything from you then. I guess we can safely say that Jane isn't a zombie. But she is! You're in denial! And that this was probably just some side effect from the spell. But what if it happens again, Chris? I could end up seriously hurting you. I'll look through the spell book and see what I can do. Well, see what I can find. But don't worry so much. You're not going to hurt me. At least I hope I hope she doesn't. I have another question. Alex, right? If you were resurrected as well, how come you're fine? She thinks about it for a moment. Honestly? Don't know. But it means there's a possibility I could transform as well. Which could be bad for everyone here. I've got to admit, I don't fancy the idea of taking on two potential zombies. Or rather, two carnivorous girls. Jane was a lot stronger than she looked when she attacked me, and judging from Alex's fighting skills, she'd only more difficult to handle. Look, let's not worry about this too much. Okay? The answer will be in the book. It must be. I'm going to guess that it's not going to be. I just haven't found it yet. Who knows? This might just be a one-time thing. If it is, nothing to worry about. But until I've taken a good look through the book, let's just be careful and avoid panicking at all costs. Okay? Okay. Although... What is it? There's another situation we need to resolve. Great! More problems. What do I need to deal with now? I need somewhere to stay. Huh? I'm sorry? Yeah. I've got nowhere I've got nowhere else to go right now. Guess I'll just have to chill here. You can't just chill at someone's place without asking them. Fine. Can I chill at your place? Damn it. She got me there. I opened my mouth to answer, but noticed Jane watching our conversation with quiet interest. Lips pursed, arms folded. Seeing as Jane was going to be staying with me, shouldn't I ask for her opinion as well? After all, She might take it badly if I decide to just invite some random stranger to live here. What should I do? Forget it. No, it's not that important. It's my apartment after all. I'm sure Jane will understand no matter what choice I make. So, you want to stay here? Pretty much. Are you going to let me stay here or not? Even though Alex had helped me out, it didn't change the fact she was a stranger. Could I trust her enough to share my house with her? Should I really let her stay? Welcome to the club. Well, that decides it. Enough though. Even though I don't know her all that well, she's been a huge help so far. Plus, she and Jane are connected to the same mysteries. She can only help us solve everything. Alright, Alex, you can stay. Thanks. No problem. Two girls brought back from the dead? Some strange mystery that turned Jane into a ravenous monster? When I brought Jane back, I thought that was the end of the weirdness. But apparently, this crazy carnival ride is only just beginning. To be continued. Let's see. Okay, guys. I hope you all enjoyed this. This section of the story was short and sweet. I mean, Jane got knocked out. We've added some chick named Alex to our undead club of zombies, and I hope you all enjoyed. But now I must go. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and I'm Hardcore Christopher. Keep it hardcore, everyone.